Welcome everyone! Today we learn how to use subject, behavior subject, and observables in Angular. So go to VS Code and create a new Angular application. Open a new terminal and type ngn. Define the application name. I will inline styles, skip test, and select defaults for simplicity. After executing the command, open the containing folder. In Angular, each HTTP call returns an observable that represents a data stream observed over time. So in this case, we'll use observables to display products from a fake API. So we'll use dummy.json, which provides a free fake API to get products from this products endpoint. Go back and create a new service. Open a second terminal. I will navigate to the add folder and I will create a new service called product. Go to this service, create a new HTTP variable to inject the HTTP client to make HTTP calls at the respective import. Go to the main config file to provide the HTTP module. So in the providers array, we'll add the provide HTTP client. Go back and we'll create a method to get the products from the free fake API. Add a function. Every HTTP call returns an observable. So we'll call http.get. We'll return an observable of type product, which is a list. Let's define a simple product interface to display some properties. So in the same terminal, I will generate a new interface called product. Navigate to this interface and we'll add title, price, an images list of type string, and finally we'll show some reviews. So add a new model of type review with two properties. We'll display the comment and the date. Go back and add the reference to this product interface. Copy the endpoint URL to get the product data. And we'll use the pipe function to apply some operators. We'll map the response from the API to get the products list. So we'll use the map operator to transform the response and we'll select this products object. And we'll also take only 5 elements. So call the slice function and we'll select the first 5 elements. From this object that we get from the API, we'll define as any to access this products list and take the first 5 elements. When we subscribe to this observable, we get the products from the fake API. So let's go to terminal and create a new component to display a product list. So define the name of this component and execute the command. Navigate to the HTML. For this demo, we'll use Bootstrap to copy some components and to apply some CSS styles. Copy this command to install Bootstrap. Open the first terminal and we'll execute this command. Go to the official documentation, scroll down, and we'll add the CSS and JavaScript references. So copy this link attribute. Go back, go to the index.html and add this link to the head section. Go back and copy the script, copy in the body section. Go back and to display the product list, we'll use a component from the component section called list group. Initially, we'll just simply show this basic example with the product title. So let's copy this HTML sample code. Go back to the product list HTML. And from the TypeScript file, we'll subscribe to the observable to get the product data. Add a new variable called product service and inject the respective class and add a property called products, which is an observable. We'll get the products that performs an HTTP call and returns an observable. So to subscribe to this observable, we'll use the async pipe to subscribe automatically when the server responds. So for the import section, we'll add the async pipe. Let's save it. Go back and from this list, We'll use a for statement to iterate over the products collection. We'll use the async pi to subscribe automatically, and we'll just display the title, save it. Now go to the main HTML. We'll remove all the sample code and keep the route outlet directive to dynamically render a component based on the current route. Finally, go to the routes file and we'll define a default route for this product list component. Define the default path and render the product list component. Save it. Open the first terminal, get the console, and we'll set the application. Navigate to the application URL, and as you will see, we'll display a list route based on the product title. We're subscribing to the observable to get the product data from the FreeFake API. Now we want to display product details and reviews in separate components. We will notify these components when a product is selected from this list. For this scenario, we'll use a subject, which is a type of observable that can emit events to multiple subscribers. It functions both as an observer and as an observable. Go back to VS Code, and from the product service, we'll create a new subject called product info. We'll define a new subject of type product, and we'll add a function to publish a new event or product. So we'll create a new method called update product, and we'll use the next function from the subject to publish a new event. We'll receive the product as a parameter, and we'll publish this product by using the next function to one or multiple subscribers. We can convert subjects into observables to only expose the subscription behavior. So add a new property called product info with $, and we'll use the asObservable function to get only the subscription behavior from this subject, and we'll define this property as private to prevent accessing this subject. We'll only expose the observable behavior. An observable cannot emit values. It's a read-only type that allows only subscription to changes. Now open the second terminal and create the separate components for the product details and for the reviews that will be notified when we select a new product from the list. So create two components. The first one is the product to show the product details, and the second one is the review component. Execute the command. Navigate to the first product created to show the product details. We'll add a reference to the product service, create a new property and inject the corresponding product service, and add a reference to the product info observable. Go back to Bootstrap, and from the component section, we'll search for a cut component. We'll use this simple example to show an image, the title, and the price. Copy this sample HTML code, go back, save this port, go to the respective HTML, copy the code, create a new variable in this HTML file to hold a reference to the product. Go back and we'll use the async pipe to subscribe automatically for new changes in this product info observable. So import this async pipe, go back and we'll use the async pipe. We'll add an if statement to check if the product exists. We'll display the information, show the first image from the product, display the title and the price. I will use the currency pipe from Angular to format this price value. Go back to the TypeScript file and import the currency pipe. Go back to the TypeScript file. I will copy these two lines. Go to the second component, which is the review component. Add these two lines, add all missing imports, and similarly we'll display the reviews from the product. For the reviews, we'll use this list group component, but in this case, search for custom content. We'll use this simple template, copy this HTML code, will only display the comment and the date. Remove these two elements, just keep one. We'll use this p tag to show the comment and the date. Add a new variable called reviews, and we'll access the product observable. We'll use the async pipe to subscribe automatically. Go back to the TypeScript file and import the async pipe. We'll use the date pipe to transform the date. Go back and access the reviews list and add an if condition to check if we have reviews. So we'll display the comment, add a for each statement, and for each review we'll display the comment and the date. We'll format this date by using the currency pipe. Go to the product list component HTML and we'll display all the components in this same view. The product list, the product details, and the reviews. Go back to Bootstrap and from the layout section we'll select the grid system. We'll use this simple example with 3 columns, so copy this HTML example. For the product list, we'll add it in this column, add a new title called products. For the second column, we'll display the product details, so add a new child component, which is the product. And for the last column, we'll display the reviews, add a title called reviews. When we select a product from the list, we'll notify the subscribers located in the reviews and product details components to update the product information. So we'll add a new click event and we'll create a new method called notified product selection by passing the product as an argument. Declare this method and let's rename this parameter as product of type product, and we'll call product service that update product. We'll invoke the next function to publish a new event and to notify all the subscribers. Go to the Angular application, and when we select a product from the list, you will see the 2 separate components are updated because we're publishing a new event, a new product by using the next function, and the separate components are notified. Every time we select a product, the corresponding subscribers are notified and the product details and the reviews components are updated successfully. Now we want to show this product data only if the user is logged in. In this case, we can use a behavior subject, which is a type of subject that can notify subscribers of the last emitted value. It has an initial value. Go back to the Angular application and we'll create a new service called auth. In the second terminal, generate a new service. Create a new behavior subject called isLoggedIn. It will be a Boolean type with an initial value of false. Expose only the observable behavior to subscribe to this behavior subject type and make this property as private. Add a new function called login. We just simply emit a new event from this behavior subject using the next function. From the terminal, create a new component called login. Go back to Bootstrap and search in the form section a form control. We'll display a simple username and password fields. So copy this simple email address field from this HTML code. Navigate to the login component HTML. Define a new email field of type email and create a second div for the password field. Define the type and the placeholder. And finally, create a button to log in. Scroll down and copy this button HTML code. From the class, we'll set a full width and we want to center these elements. So go back to Bootstrap, scroll down, and from the utility section, go to the position, scroll down, and from center elements, we want to center all the elements in an absolute position. So copy this div and the login view will be centered. Save it. Now when we click the login button, we'll notify the subscribers that we're logged in. So add a new click event and create a new function called login. From the TypeScript file, we'll access the auth service, so create a new property, inject the service, and from the login function, we'll call auth service.login. And finally, we'll navigate to the product list component. So we'll also inject the route to service, and we'll navigate to the corresponding URL, which in this case will be products. We'll modify these routes. Go to the routes file, and here from this product list component, we'll define the new route, and we'll define a default route for the login component. Finally, go to the product list component TypeScript file, and we'll access the logged in observable from the auth service. So create a new variable called auth service, inject the corresponding class, and we'll create a new property, which is an observable. We'll subscribe automatically to this observable by using the async pipe. So go to the product list HTML, and we'll display this product div when the user is logged in. Add a new if statement, use the async pipe. When the user is logged in, we'll display this div to show all the product data. Save it. Go back to the Angular application. If we try to navigate to the products route, you'll see we don't have any product data. Go back to the default route, and when we log in by filling these email and password fields, click the button, and as you will see, we have the product list data with the title. We can select any product and notify the corresponding subscribers, the product details and the reviews component based on the product selected using the subject type. We can go back and go forward, and you will see the state of the last emitted value is maintained when using BehaviorSubject. We're receiving always the latest emitted value, which is that the user has logged in. So when we go back and go forward, we have the product data. But what happens if we use a subject from this logged in functionality? Go back and go to the auth service, modify this BehaviorSubject as subject. It doesn't have any initial value. Save it. Go back, go to the login route, click the login function, and as you will see, we don't have any product data. Why? Because with a subject, subscribers will only be notified after the subscription is made. The last emitted value from the login component is lost because we don't have any subscription yet. Instead, with a BehaviorSubject, any late subscriber will immediately receive the latest emitted value. It maintains the current state of the latest emitted value. So modify this subject as BehaviorSubject to maintain the current state for the latest emitted value. Let's save it again. Go back and navigate to the default component. When we click login, we have the latest emitted value from this BehaviorSubject. So the user is logged in successfully. We're displaying the products, we're notifying the product details and product reviews component by using the subject type, and we're getting the product list by using the observable that is the default return type for every HTTP call in Angular. So in this demo, we plan how to use subject, BehaviorSubject, and observables in Angular.